Mapping out an area for aerial debushing, whether it's by aeroplane or drone, whatever the case may be, is a highly responsible task, and it requires a lot of skill. So as you can see behind me, the way that the bushes grow here on this area that we're busy treating is that your problem bushes is on your flat areas, and the desired trees that we don't want to damage mostly situated amongst the riverbeds. So what we do is we use polygons, and then we map out just the areas that need to be treated, and not any other tree is harmed in the process. This is a very green process that we follow, a policy that we have in our company. So we just want to treat the problem bushes. We are standing here up in the mountain. We will never treat an area like this. You can see here's a lot of kudu bush and desirable species that you don't want to harm. We need to make that very, very clear. This is a highly green and responsible process that we follow. So the flow of these design that we have now is very smooth, and it's very forgiving on all the equipment. You've got better representation of product on area, so this is an absolute win for us. So a lot of times people ask me, how does debushing work? What is the benefits? What is the gain? So I'm going to take you through this area that has been done 10 years ago. You can see the amount of grass behind me that the area carries. It is an enormous amount of grass. To explain furthermore, if you look to the side, there's some bushes that's not dead. That was a sensitive area that we decided to save and not include it in the polygon that has been sprayed. Behind me, you can see the cut line of the treated and the non-treated area. Also, on the other side of the river, we will show you by drone how this area has looked before. And that's a comparison that you can see on how this works. Sensitive areas and sensitive species like behind me needs to be managed with the utmost care. So how do we do that? How can we do something with a drone or with an aeroplane going at 240 kilometers per hour? How can we manage that? We manage that by safety zones. So if we have a sensitive area or a sensitive species, we stay away for at least 100 meters from this area. So if there's any drifting of product, it does not affect these areas. I will also include then drone footage for you to show you what we have done last year, and then the controlled area that has not been treated, and you can see the two areas, gain of grass to the areas that does not produce grass because of the lot of bushes.